Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome our Australian Olympic athletes. Okay, that's it. We can all go home now. Thank you very much. Welcome to our Olympic debrief, ladies and gentlemen. An informal look back at the Games. We have many of our medalists here. I believe the tally is 480 medals between our athletes here today, bronze, silver and gold, and that's an enormous effort as only 300 were actually on offer. That's how well they've done. Now, what we're going to be doing today, we're going to be talking to some specific athletes, but also this is a chance for all the athletes here today to speak up about the experience they've been through. It's been amazing for us to watch. Heaven knows what it's been like them for to actually go through these Olympic Games. Now, if you want to say something, because you're all around me, stick your hand up like this, go like this, go, sir, 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 sir. Kieran, you can say, give it to me, whatever. Now, before we get started, I have a present for you all. Medals are one thing, but this is something I think you really want. Lucy, volunteer Lucy, please come on in. It's a special treat for you all. Thank you, Lucy. Come on, you know you want it. Yeah, come on, Bill, you know you want it. Regan, don't deny yourself a minute longer. Yes. Tatiana. Anyone else? You can have that. No more self-denial. Once you got them by the balls, Tatiana, you know what they say. Tatiana Grigorieva, silver in the pole vault, amazing the other night. How much beautiful food have you denied yourself over the last couple of years?
I'm not denying the food at all. Well, I'm eating whatever I like chocolate, whatever.
You are lying. You cannot have that magnificent body and eat this. That's not fair. That's not right. Get up.
I'll tell you, I think I'm training like a horse, and everything, the thing like this just burns out.
Really?
Yeah.
Goodness me. I'm going to take up your sport immediately. Tatiana, I want to take you through that moment the other night, vaulting for silver. We have some image here. I want you to watch this and talk us through what's going on in your head. Here you are. Now, this is the vault before your last vault. What are you thinking at this point?
She's going to cause some trouble. Tatiana Grigorieva. The second attempt at 4.65 metres. It's an unsuccessful attempt.
I think you just said, oh shit then, as I would say.
The one before actually was jump on my personal best, and you can't ask for more than jump your personal best in Olympics. And this is why I missed the 65, the world record, and I suddenly realized that I've got a silver.
Yeah. Is that why you're crying now?
Somebody could say, the winning is silver medal, but you're losing a gold. But I would say, whatever medal you're winning, you're still a winner. I mean, for me to get this silver medal in Australia, this means probably more than for Stacey Dragula to get a gold.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty happy with my performance.
And Stacey Dragula doesn't get free chocolate balls either.
Yeah, that's right.
Tatiana Grigorieva, thank you very much. Over here we have We have Cherry Potthast and Natalie Cook, who of course won gold in the beach volleyball.
Natalie, my partner,
Yeah, obviously Natalie is... are you sure you passed the drug test, Natalie? Very male characteristics.
I look great in a bikini, though.
We'll check that out later. But you swap over. What I wonder, because with Tatiana really got the crowd revved up, and I think that really helped you, didn't it, Tatiana? Yeah. How was it for you? Because at the beach volleyball, it looked like it was a party in the middle of which an Olympic event was taking place.
Yeah, that's how beach volleyball sort of evolved on the beaches in America and Brazil. The crowd really gets into it. And down at Bondi, it was the first time that we've ever experienced having so many people cheering just for us. So it was unbelievable atmosphere. Walking in there was like walking into a coliseum of people screaming and yelling and playing drums, and it was quite nerve-wracking at first, but by the end of the week we got better each game, and by the end of the week we used it to our advantage. It was awesome.
Did you see any fans that you thought, they're mad?
There are a lot of mad fans.
Our family. They were mad.
They were ejected 4 times, weren't they?
Yeah, almost.
Now, I want to take you through that moment, the last little bit of your beach volleyball gold contest against the plucky Brazilians. We call them that when they don't quite get there, the plucky Brazilians. This is...
what do we call them? The pesky Brazilians.
The pesky Brazilians.
Yeah, they just keep coming back.
They didn't look happy at the end there, did they?
No, they were pretty upset.
Yeah, but there you go. That's because they haven't got these. Here we go. Now, this is it. Now, what's happening here? Talk me through this.
Well, I'm thinking I'm going to hit this ball as hard as I can. I had to go for it. She didn't get it. She got it up. Oh, and it's out. And it's going down for Australia. Oh, my God.
Now, I think the question everyone wants answered is, how long does it take you to get the sand out of your body?
Never.
Never?
No,
You
we got sand there from Brazil a year ago.
Really?
From I don't.
I would like to see your drug test.
Actually, they had to write a note on my form in the drug test because there was quite a bit of sand in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Trying to explain what it was.
Yeah, well, they had to say, well, there's sand in this drug test, obviously, because it fell off my briefs and I was giving the sample.
Of course.
So, yeah.
Gee, this has just changed from a PG rating to... You are watching Olympic Debrief with our special audience of Olympic volunteers. We'll be back in just a moment.
Well, it took a lot of people to make the Games a success. There were builders, thousands of volunteers, just ordinary Australians, and together we all made it work. Our role? Well, our Millennium Network carried every event to every corner of the world, as well as millions of mobile phone calls, like 500,000 from Sydney Olympic Park alone on the day of the opening ceremony. Now the Games are over, it'll stay as part of our communication system for the 21st century. Well, we were just one part of a very big event, and it makes you realise that when Australians work together, it really is amazing what we can do.
Monday, Dr. Gina Simon is going to do the unthinkable. Operate without consent.
The scar will be in the same place.
But worst of all, without the patient even knowing. A 2-hour Chicago tonight.
3 layers of delicious cheese. 3 layers of beef patty. It's the big cheesy taste from McDonald's. That's the triple cheeseburger. Tripling everything you want for only $2.75 for a limited time.
And celebrate with Sealy Posturepedic, the world's #1 selling bed. Enjoy the support of the world's #1 selling Posturepedic system with the acclaimed queen size at a sensational $14.99. Or celebrate with the legend queen size, only $19.99. With the Supreme Classic Sealy Posturepedic spring system and Supreme Comfort pillow top. So look for the legend at Harvey Norman with Sealy Posturepedic, the world's #1 selling bed.
9 out of 10. Australian. World. Champion.
Cricketers. Recommend. Aussie kids. Eat Wheat Bix.
Better make that 10 out of 10.
Get more of your energy from whole wheat, not sugar. No wonder Weet-Bix is the official breakfast of Australia's world champion cricket team.
Directed, see a doctor if pain persists.
I'm seeing myself different now. They were so helpful and didn't make me feel like there was something wrong with me because I put on all this weight.
Losing weight myself, it gives me more of an understanding of what people go through.
The way I felt then and the way I feel now, well, there's no comparison. It's just a wonderful, happy, shining feeling.
I love my work.
Lose 10 kilos for just $10. Call Jenny Craig now on 131 992.
My time to shine.
Why is their patient determined to take his last breath?
No treatment.
There is no need for him to die.
As the truth unravels,
There's some things about him that just don't add up.
get ready for a heart stopper. Tuesday on All Saints.
There's a man here who has to race because he's been flown on a Black Hawk helicopter. That's how special he is. We don't want the Americans to get hold of him. He's a secret secret weapon. Kieran Perkins. Now, Kieran, I want you to talk us through that moment on Saturday with the 1,500 metres against Grant. We have some footage of it here. And I just want you to tell us what you're thinking at this point.
He hasn't lost since
well, at that stage, no, I decided that I certainly wasn't going to catch him, especially with 5 metres to go. But it's
he could have done a hammy.
Well, he could have. But no, it was a bit of a bittersweet thing. I mean, when I hit the wall and I saw the time, I was just, I was over the moon. I couldn't believe how fast I'd swum. It's 3 seconds quicker than it landed, which is fantastic. But at the same time, you always prefer to be able to come up with a gold medal. But look, it's been great for me, these Olympics. The crowd, just the excitement at the pool. I got to spend the first 7 days watching all the events go by and see the other guys swim, which was just fabulous. And come away with a quick time silver medal. It's all been amazing.
You said a couple of years ago that for you the difference between 2 golds and 3 was the difference between being a really good swimmer and a legend. Do you still feel that way?
Oh, I think so. I think that, when you sort of talk about legends of the sport, I mean, Dawn Fraser, she's up there with the 3 in a class of her own, and sort of going into Australia, your Dodd Brandbans and people like that. I mean, I'm certainly not in their league. I think I'm not a bad swimmer.
You don't go in Black Hawks for nothing, buddy.
Well, that's true.
You've also said that without swimming, you're not sure you can return to a normal life. Does this mean you're going to be caught out raging around Brisbane, just uncontrollable, like some sad, mad hermit, screaming, growing hair?
Oh, give it a year, and it could be the way. But look, I've been doing this full time for 18 years now, and it's my life, it's my industry, it's what I do, and I liken it a little bit to a bit of a midlife crisis. I'm
at 27.
27, yeah, change of careers and those sorts of things. But no, actually, Mike Wendon put it in perspective the best for me. He said that for a lot of people, retirement's it's a little bit like a death in the family. Yeah. You've got this entity in your life that is just so all-consuming and important, and then you wake up one morning and it's gone. And I think swimming's going to be like that for me, probably more so than being with these group of people.
Yeah.
I mean, these people around me, the training and even the competition itself, I know I can live without.
Yes,
but,
I'm sure you can.
Being with the other swimmers in the team and being an Olympic athlete and part of all of this, it is the ultimate. It's what I love about the life that I have, and it's the hardest thing to walk away from.
Well, come back as a walker. The next Olympics. Now, as you mentioned the training, so I meant to ask you, Kerry and Natalie, you did firewalking as part of your training. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we have this success coach, Kirik Ashley. He's a bit of a crazy American guy.
Yeah.
And so he laid a row of coals in front of us, 600 degrees, and said, get to the other side. And I looked at him the first time and said, you're crazy. Yeah. But we went through a whole process, and it's basically you stand in front of something you think is impossible, which at that point was the Brazilian team. They hadn't lost for a very long time. And you get to the other side. So what else in your life are you saying that's impossible that really isn't? That's the sort of stuff you have to bring out, and it's all in the mind.
So even if it had been 600 degrees at Bondi, you still would have been comfortable?
Exactly.
Good thinking. You got it up here. Did anyone else amongst the Olympians here today employ an unusual training technique? Fire walking, which is a mental thing. Did anyone else here run with the elephants in Africa? I don't know. Anybody? Anybody? This is your opportunity. This is where you go, sir, Michael, you don't train, Michael. You lazy bastard. Thanks. I meant it nicely, Michael. You don't train at all. Oh, you train for shooting, but you don't do the physical running around training.
Well, actually, I probably do more gym work and cardio than I do practice shooting, so at this point in time. So yeah. I think that it pays off for me more so, Andrew. I find it very hard to get into the flow of things when there's nothing on the line. So, I try to do my more of my practice, so to speak, in competition events rather than just go out there and go blasé for the hell of it, so to speak.
Or blast day in your case.
Or blast day.
Actually, where's Liesl Jones? Where are you, Liesl? Ah, there. Now, Liesl, you were holding back, I know, because you play mind games, don't you? Tell us about the piranhas.
Piranhas, that was a bit of a joke between my coach and I, just saying how about we got white pointers when I turn to bring me home faster. So I just imagined those to make me swim home harder.
Really? That wasn't a joke. You didn't look behind you, did you?
Swimming.
Liesl, no. You were the youngest member of the Australian swim team. We've got your moment here. I want you to talk us through this because at age, you're 15, right?
Yes, I just turned 15.
Goodness me, when I was 15, I wasn't even that age. That's amazing. Here you are. How nervous were you before the race?
I was pretty nervous there. I think I was more nervous in the marching area. I think I was enjoying the crowd here. Yeah. I was thinking, Phil Rogers actually taught me how to finish like 2 minutes before my race. I'm like, okay, I have to touch properly. So
2 minutes before your race?
Oh, no, like with half an hour. Sitting
that's all right. So there was a full-on preparation. That's the main thing.
Well, we're in the crowd. I'm like, I wanted that gold one, but anyway.
Do you still believe it when you look at that now that's you?
That's me? No, it's not me.
It's fantastic. I think to take us to the break, we've got the Boxing Roos here who've been cheering the Australian team on, and I believe they have a special song for Kieran Perkins. Take it away, Boxing Roos.
You'll see him triumphant. Oh, come, all ye swimming fans to Homebush Bay. Come and behold him. Thank God he's Australian. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Kieran the King.
Well, it took a lot of people to make the Games a success. There were builders, thousands of volunteers, just ordinary Australians, and together we all made it work. Our role? Well, our Millennium Network carried every event to every corner of the world, as well as millions of mobile phone calls, like 500,000 from Sydney Olympic Park alone on the day of the opening ceremony. Now the Games are over, it'll stay as part of our communication system for the 21st century. Well, we were just one part of a very big event, and it makes you realise that when Australians work together, it really is amazing what we can do.
Passion, danger, heartbreak. You won't believe what happens at a hot auction.
That's right, laugh about it.
The pressure cooker world of new hot auctions. Wednesday at 8 on 7 after Ground Force.
It's been approved. Factory approved. Pre-owned program Falcons are back from 19,990. 99 model Falcon Forte with automatic, air conditioning, airbag, power steering, remote central locking, plus balance of new car warranty. 99 model factory-approved pre-owned program Falcons from 19,990. Hurry while stocks last.
It's easy to have flawless skin on camera. But in real life, without a lot of makeup, a dermatologist told me that retinol, the purest form of vitamin A, can actually reduce the look of fine lines. So, I tried this. It softened and smoothed my sunlines and left a fresh, healthy glow.
Neutrogena Healthy Skin Anti-Wrinkle Cream with retinol. Dermatologists do more than test it. They recommend it.
And so do I.
If you thought you were safe speeding in back streets, if you thought you were safe speeding on the highway, if you thought you were safe speeding on the open road, if you thought you were safe speeding anywhere, think again. Because there's no such thing as safe speeding. And now, there's nowhere you won't get caught.
You'll like Ariscap's big brand sale. We've reduced our already low prices on Australia's big brands. Prices have been slashed on the biggest brands in electrical, homewares, menswear, ladieswear and sporting goods, with massive savings on the big brands in Manchester, ladies and men's shoes and more. And approved customers can get 24 months interest free. Yippee! Save big bucks at Ariscap's big brand sale. I like it. Hurry, it must end soon.
WA Salvage have these authentic hand-painted Chinese vases from $14.95 to $299. New range of designer picture prints, only $24.95 each.
Gold level music CD, only $3.95 each.
Being on holiday with total strangers
Words can't explain.
could be a recipe for heaven.
It's going to be fun and games.
Or hell.
It's beautiful.
4 all-new Girls and Guys computer match for TV's wildest experiment. The Villa, Thursday on 7.
We will rock you. We will rock you. Go.
I can't hear you. Excuse me. Laurie, it's lovely to have you here. Save your voice. You're going to need it for the next 20 years of your life, all right? Why don't you... Come on, Laurie, come and sit down over here. Here we go. Good old Laurie Lawrence, ladies and gentlemen.
Andrew?
Yes.
I've got someone to handle you. Get out of here.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Get out.
Thank you, Lucy. Nice to meet you, Lauren. I'll catch up with you a little bit later. You just take care. Thanks. All right, Laurie. I'll never argue with you again. Now, who took my microphone? Thank you so much. Now, where were we? Oh, that's right, here. Oh, you've thrown me now, literally. Get it? She's throwing me. Oh, why do I bother? Michael Diamond, that's right, Michael Diamond. Now, I was going to talk to you about... Can I just creep through here? I don't want to damage anyone because everyone here is worth millions of dollars now. Russell, could I sit on your lap? Would you mind? Yeah. I'd object if I were you. Michael, let's go through the gold medal winning shot. We have that moment for you here on tape. I want you to talk us through it. Because watching this, I was nervous. How did you feel?
I was over the moon, to be honest with you. With joy, obviously, after that shot. But, you know, during the final, I didn't know whether I had just a straight heartbeat because it was beating that fast. I didn't know whether it had any beats in between. So, you know, the pressure that I was feeling was immense, probably tenfold on Atlanta, being in front of a home crowd. And obviously the pressure that was put upon a person, not just myself, but anybody here competing as an athlete, was excessive because of obviously having, you know, your home crowd behind you, your family and friends, and people have come and bought tickets to come and see you win. And I guess that is just a pressure on its own, like an added pressure on its own. So you're going out there, you're putting your life and everything on the line and hoping to win for them as well as yourself and your country.
People have bought tickets, you said. Would you have had to refund them if you hadn't?
Well, fortunately, I wouldn't be in that position, thank God.
Actually, let's talk about your family because, and this is one, I want all athletes to think about this because you're all here today and you've all achieved in your sports, but you wouldn't have done it without your families. And I know, Michael, your dad, who died earlier this year, that was hugely important to you, wasn't it, the support of your family?
Yeah, I mean, I was very lucky as a youngster because I had fantastic family, great parents, and I really could have been anything as a young guy. And coming up through my later years, I was very lucky I had them that kept me on the straight and narrow. They obviously showed me lots of discipline. You know, being a European background family, they were really strict on discipline. So, I think it...
tidy a room or use you as a double trap?
Or pull out the wooden spoon, So, yeah, but no, I owe every accolade that I've won, to my family, because if it wasn't for them, I certainly wouldn't be here today.
Who else? I want some examples here of how much... This is a chance for you guys. You've all had the limelight. This is a chance for you to share it with your families now. Who else can give me an example of how much their family put in so they could be here?
I think the best moment for me is when I was walking to the start and my husband was bawling.
Yeah?
That was awesome.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it was just amazing to see him in the stands and the tears were coming down. The tears started with me, but it was such a moment. I think that's what the Olympics are about, that emotional feeling that you have, and it's at no other race you ever do.
Here's the closing stages of your race with that pesky Brigitte from Switzerland. Now, you fall over here at the end, which, frankly, I'm amazed you didn't do that about 20 kilometres earlier. It's such a hard race. What were you thinking?
Like, damn, silver. Only for a little small second. Yeah. And as my husband said the other day, he said, don't lose sight of what you've achieved. And I think that really sums it up. No matter, if you got a medal or if you didn't, I think that's what it's all about, that you have to appreciate, maybe we all didn't live up to what we wanted to do, but in the long run, you look back and go, I did the best I could.
Just to get to the Olympic Games is better than 99.9% of the whole world. It is amazing. While I've got you here, Michaela, you've seen all the other Olympic sports because you were on the first day.
Yes.
Is there one you wouldn't do in a million years?
One I wouldn't do in a million years.
That looks too hard.
That looks too hard? Well, I was looking at the pole vault. Man, they get up really, really high.
What about you, Todd Pearson? What event would you never in a million years attempt?
Oh, well, I actually, once I saw Jane on a 20-kilometre walk, I know her at we see her at the AIS, and after I saw what happened to her, I nearly cried myself. After seeing what she went through and seeing how much they wobble their bums and all that in the 20K walk, I think I'll leave that to them.
Yeah, right. Lauren, where are you? Lauren, up here. What about your sport's pretty? I mean, you got kicked in the groin several times, which for some that's a pleasure. For you, that's an occupation. What sport wouldn't you try?
I think excuse the voice. All that screaming.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to say swimming for the training. I don't think I could just swim all that training, laps and laps and laps.
It's pretty crazy, isn't it? Plus there's chlorine overload and all of that. I mean, look at these nails. That's just from the chlorine. Lauren said swimming. What wouldn't you try, Sarah?
Do you know, I think gymnastics, looking at some of those girls come down on the beams and the high bars, that would hurt. Yeah, I don't think I'd like to do that.
Particularly the flick-flack, I think they call it, or whatever, onto the balance beam. That's nasty.
I don't think Roy and HG call it that. I think they've got some pretty interesting names.
Yeah, I think no one wants the flat bag or the crazy day. Laurie?
Greco-Roman wrestling.
Come on, Laurie.
Nobody knows news like
It's the Tip Top Weston's Biscuits $40,000 giveaway at Action. Purchase any Tip Top or Weston's Biscuits product and scratch to see if you win Action shopping vouchers. Tip Top products or Weston's Biscuits. And every coupon is in the draw to win $10,000 cash. And look at this week's specials. Tip Top bread at $1.79. Golden crumpets 99 cents. Top Taste sponge rolls at $1.39. And Weston's assorted cookies 79 cents. The Tip Top Weston's Biscuits $40,000 giveaway on now at Action.
Rebecca, throw it! I'm going to catch it! 1, 2...
Ah, tell fast.
Here comes the aeroplane.
Most yogurts come from the eastern states.
Here comes the freight train.
But then there's Browns, yogurt made fresh each day in WA. Brown, WA's fresh choice in yogurt.
Where's the best value for spring? True Value Hardware. And where can you find the powerful Ryobi electric hedge trimmer for only $79.95? True Value Hardware. And where can you find 1.25 litres of Pestmaster Glyphosate Weed Killer for $18.95? True Value Hardware. And where can you find 6 litres of long-lasting Warpamil Blockout for just $38.95? You guessed it.
At True Value Hardware, that's where you still get service. At True Value Hardware, that's where.
With new Palmolive Spring Sensation.
Spring is in the air. Everywhere I look around.
Sunny spring blossoms. It's springtime every time you do dishes. New Palmolive Spring Sensation.
Spring is in the air.
To make a claim on your GIO home, motor vehicle, boat or caravan policy, just call 131 446. We're there 7 days a week to help you. Quick claims with GIO. Call 131 446.
Where's Matt Ryan hiding? I don't recognise. Oh, there he is. Oh, g'day, Matt. How are you? Excuse me. I wanted to talk about nerves because I know that before an event you get pretty nervous, don't you?
Just a little, yeah, that's right. You know, have a good old chunder to the grass, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's not
but
unheard
it feels
of.
great afterwards. I mean, you clear your system out and away you go, you know. You feel lighter, you know.
Let's look at. We've got some of the 3-day event here in which you won gold, and tell us as you were watching this final ride by Andrew Hoy.
It's a great one to pick, mate. Yeah, good job.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. I thought it was another one. Okay. What happened there? Your horse just didn't jump.
That's about right. He didn't jump. Yeah.
But I don't blame you. See, that's the thing about your event that amazes me. Like, you got the dressage with the little 1 metre high white fence, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they shut the fence when the horse goes in as if to say, he'll never get out now. And then 2 days later, having expected him not to jump a 1 foot high fence, you give him a 10 foot high fence and say, jump that. No, you're surprised that happens?
Now and again, I'm afraid it does happen, yeah.
When that moment did happen, when you hit the fence, what were you thinking?
You don't really want to know what I was thinking, but I sort of got it all together and thought, well, I got 2 more jumps to do to finish. Yeah. I was the first of the team of 4 to go out there and jump, and I wanted to do a really good round, so relieve a little bit of the pressure in the last 3. And I thought, oh God, I've stuffed up here. Yeah. But in actual fact, I only got 1 penalty. Although the rails went everywhere, it was just classified as 1 rail down, and I had 1 other down, so I had 2 rails down, and overall that wasn't too bad.
You're now probably the greatest 3-day equestrian team of all time. Do you reckon you'll stay together for another go?
Oh, look, there's a real strong possibility. Yeah, I don't think any of us, all 4 of us, have any plans to retire or anything like that. We're sort of reckon we're probably only just starting to learn what we should be knowing. And we're just
really?
Yeah,
which end of the horse is which, that kind of stuff?
That's right, that is so right. Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to know what your medical examinations are like. Now, Scott, your race, the Madison, that is, if you don't mind my saying, one of the most insane things I've ever seen in my life. Forget nerves beforehand. I would be nervous in a race like that, where it's kind of like rollerball, but without people having their head smashed in with metal gloves.
You are the whole time, because a crash can happen any lap, any time. And what normally tends to happen is the race goes on, everybody gets more tired, people start to lose their concentration. And those things happen. There was only a couple laps to go, so that everybody's at their most tired. They can't concentrate as well as they do at the start.
What did you two say there when you passed on the baton, as it were?
I won't say.
Go like the Clappers, son. Was that it?
Yeah. The last few changes we had, Brett and I just kept saying to each other, a couple more points, just stay upright, just scream at each other, encouragement, just to make sure that we stayed away from the crashes and made sure that we, once we had our unbeatable lead, that we just stayed on our bikes.
Cycling is a particularly brutal sport in terms of training and competitiveness. There you're hugging your families. Tell us a bit about how much your family went through so you could be there riding in that event.
Yeah, incredible amount. This year has been, I guess I've got an Olympic gold medal, but it's been the worst year of my life. We've had some incredible tragedy this year, and to come back from that, it only took family support. There was no other way back from that. I owe everything to my family, and I know Brett is the same. Having
lost your little boy earlier this year, was there a moment where you thought there are things bigger than sport, I don't want to persevere with this?
Definitely. In the few days directly after, that was it. I said, forget about the Olympics. I was so focused on the Olympics, for the last 4 years, last 8 years. I went to my first Olympics in '88 in Seoul, haven't been again until now. And I've always wanted to go again. Now they've included the Madison event, so for me it's been perfect. I'm one of the specialists in that type of event.
Was there a moment where you and your wife sort of looked at each other over the kitchen table and went, no, it's worth persevering?
Yeah, we discussed it all the time. She's been just unbelievable, so strong. And I know that, things are a little bit different now and we've got time to feel. We can sit back and really feel things, and that's what we're going to be doing.
Nice to meet you. This man over here, Russell Mark, one of the best shooters in the world, double trap being the specialty. I want to talk about nerves with you because we have footage of you here in the last bit against Richard Falls, the wily and evil Englishman, who just pipped you for gold. Now, talk us through what you're feeling when you realise that you've just got a couple of shots left.
I've actually never seen this footage. I've tried to put it out of my memory. Yeah, that was in the sudden death shoot-off, and of course I've missed one there, so I've let Richard really have an opportunity here to steal the gold medal by hitting the two, and he did, which is a dangerous thing to steal a gold medal from a guy who's got a 12-gauge shotgun beside you, I can assure you. But look, he's a good guy. I've been training with him down in Melbourne. I've had him down at our place for a week, and I've probably taught him a little bit too much.
Oh, Russell!
Good guy, though, and he deserved to win on the day. And look, he was only 19 in Atlanta when he made the Olympic final and finished 5th. It was no surprise that he was going to be a problem here at 23. And
couldn't we have taken him out early in some illegal fashion?
Well, I watched all the Pom shoot in the Falklands War, and I didn't think they were much good, but we found one that actually can hit something, so it could be a bit of a problem in the future.
Must have served somewhere else. Other than your own event, what's the strongest moment you're going to take away from this game?
Undoubtedly the opening ceremony. To walk through that tunnel with 600 and something competitors, or compatriots first of all, but then when you look at the competitors that are out there waiting for you, that's just an amazing experience. Getting up on the dais in Atlanta was a great thing. Getting up to win a medal here was great, but we're in a very individual sport, and probably the opening ceremony is the only time we really do ever feel as though we're part of a team, and that memory will just last forever. And to see Andrew Gaze at the front, he was just the greatest person to have as a flag bearer and leading the team. Fantastic memories.
I think a lot of people agree with you. To take us out now, we've got the Boxing Ruse, Michael Diamond, with a little song just for you.
Shoot the clay, shoot the clay, shoot the clay, shoot the clay. Michael Diamond, the Aussie shooter, has won the gold again. Shoot the clay. Michael Diamond, the Aussie shooter, has won the gold again. Shoot the clay. Shoot the clay, shoot the clay. Shoot the clay.
They come from all over the world, our country, our state. They seek no medals nor glory. But every man, woman and child has gold in their hearts and one simple belief that when we all work together, we can make a difference. Join us for the one event that makes us all proud to be West Australians. Telethon, soon on Channel 7.
This is the new Holden MasterCard. 5% of every dollar you spend on it can be used as savings towards a new Holden. A saving from Holden on top of the best deal you can negotiate with your dealer. Just through your everyday spending, you could save thousands on a new Holden. In my opinion, it's the best value credit card around. Get a Holden MasterCard before December the 15th and Holden will match the first $200 you earn. The new Holden MasterCard. Call now.
Today I'll be breathing on people to test new Colgate Fresh Confidence. Now it's got this formula.
A unique system that fights bacteria, Ron.
This system that'll give me fresh breath for hours longer. Still fresh.
If you thought you were safe speeding in back streets. If you thought you were safe speeding on the highway. If you thought you were safe speeding on the open road. If you thought you were safe speeding anywhere, think again. Because there's no such thing as safe speeding. And now, there's nowhere you won't get caught.
See the Solid Gold Jewelers Argyle Pink Diamonds Collection. Special jewellery at special prices. Solid Gold Jewelers, Level 1, corner of William and the Hay Street Mall. Expect the best.
We'll patch the cracks. We'll strip the doors. We'll fill the gaps. We'll gloss the floors. We'll paint the ceiling. We'll paper the walls. With Solver on side.
It's no problem at all.
Solve your decorating problems at a Solver Decorator Centre.
Problem solved.
Later period, and yet the colour is absolutely vibrant.
Still fresh.
And fresh for 400 years. Now, moving on.
New Colgate Fresh Confidence fights bacteria, so you get fresh breath for hours longer.
Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you come a waltzing Matilda with me. And he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boy. You come a waltzing Matilda with me.
Good night, Laurie.
Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you come a waltzing Matilda with me. And he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boy. You come a waltzing Matilda with me.
Oh, yes. Probably Australia's unofficial national anthem, though at the swimming, Down Under was played a lot. I remember Men at Work's Down Under, and I was thinking, people from foreign nations are thinking, chunder. What does chunder mean? Oh, and there's a theme in tonight's show, isn't there? Vomiting, chunder. We're beginning to discover our true selves tonight, and that's what it's all about. We don't just have athletes here this evening, by the way. We have the other people that have made these games tick, which are the volunteers. 40,000 of them. $40,000 of them from around Australia, in some cases around the world, have given of their time freely, though 2 were paid. I won't tell you which 2 because I just want you to argue amongst yourselves afterwards. And we just want to find out some of their stories because everyone here today was in the Olympic Village, and I know that every one of them actually has a story about Bill Kirby and the things he got up to. I know, Katie, did you manage to bump into anyone famous? Did you, for instance, help the Dream Team on with their socks? Anything like that?
Nothing like that, but I had to tell Pat Rafter and Leighton Hewitt how to sort their rubbish, and I thought that was a really good experience because they were just like anybody else.
Yeah.
And what I liked about the Australian team is that, you know, even the famous people, nobody thought they were better than anybody else, and I thought that was a really, really great experience.
Fatu from Mauritania, that's who I've met. Fatu.
Fatu from Mauritania.
Yeah.
Fatu. There's a name to go to, like.
She's gorgeous, she's lovely.
Yeah.
There's 2 athletes. And it was just so good staying there in the residence centre, watching her come last, and we're all cheering her on. And you don't see that
No, because
you
that's
see
the
Australian going gold, 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 silver, bronze, but you
Yeah.
see Fatu coming last, and you cheer for her because she actually did a PB or something like that coming
And she was
last.
totally delighted just to be competing.
and like she barely trained. I won't
Really?
tell her.
You mean there is hope for the rest of us?
Yeah, but that was just such a golden moment.
Oh, that's great.
Really.
I'd like to introduce you to someone, one of our cyclists who medalled here in Sydney, Michelle Ferris. Now, Michelle, I've seen cyclisting. I've seen cycling up close, and I know that you guys go through a lot of pain to get there. I want to talk battle scars. What sort of injuries have you suffered through your career?
Actually, I've been pretty lucky, but a lot of the guys have had broken collarbones, broken wrists, lots and lots of skin off. I've had one crash in my entire career, and I was knocked out, took some skin off my face, but I've been pretty lucky. But like I said, guys with broken collarbones, and like we had Brad McGee only 2 weeks out from the games, fall off in a training accident and break a collarbone, then he's come out and won a bronze.
How painful would that be? Because upper body strength is really important with cycling.
Well, not from experience. Probably Scott would know, but I'm sure it'd be extremely painful. And we didn't see Brad. He was really good the whole way through, and he got out there and he couldn't wait to get on the bike. So obviously for him, the thrill of competing in another Olympics for him, took away all the pain.
Yeah, plus a lot of pethidine.
Actually, he didn't take anything, which
Really?
we were really surprised, and that just showed how much he was really wanting to compete at his best and not take anything.
Goodness me, he'll be able to tell the weather in South America from here with arthritis for the rest of his life, won't he?
Sure will.
Yeah, goodness me, Brad McGee. I know there's a couple of other people have competed with pain in these games, perhaps none more than bronze medalist in judo, Maria Peckley. Hello, Maria.
Hi.
Now, let me get this right, you popped the cartilage out of your knee in your first match, is that right?
That's what I thought, but the doctors told me that wasn't the case, and it was just a big bruise, which I don't know how, because I had a big lump on my knee.
Yeah.
So, and we just massaged it back and everything. I actually thought to press something happened and it just jumped back before I had to go to the next fight. So our physio now called a miracle because.
So you basically had a big lump in your knee, which you pushed back in.
Where we massaged it and everything, and when I squat down and stuff like that, and I felt that it's popped back.
Actually, because we got Lauren Burns sitting next to you, Taekwondo, Judo. Who'd win in a fight between Taekwondo and Judo?
Are we not in the same weight division?
Oh, that's a very diplomatic answer. Now, Lauren, you too, you fought with pain. I saw a picture of you before the games with your nose mashed. What happened there?
I was actually practicing for a demonstration, and one of the guys that I was practicing with, we were practicing at different speeds, and he came and punched me in the face.
You must have been practicing a bit too well.
Yeah.
You really annoyed him, obviously.
Yeah, but, I've had quite a few injuries over the years, and I think in the pain, you just don't feel it when you're out there on the mat.
Give us a rundown. Which part of your bodies are currently damaged?
My knees.
Your knees?
Yeah, I've just had a fair bit of cartilage taken out of one of them. But, all of those things just, this makes it all worthwhile.
Absolutely. Can I see that, actually? I haven't. I've never held a gold medal. It's heavy, and it's lustrous, and it's beautiful, isn't it? Can I have it, please?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. See, it's that easy. Peter from the women's softball team, bronze. Hello, Peter. Hi. Now, Peter, softball, that ball's travelling pretty fast. Have you copped any in your time?
Oh, definitely. My very first game of the Olympics, I got hit in the arm, so I had a huge bruise for the rest of the tournament.
Did you cry? You can say that if you cry.
No, I didn't cry. I think I'm kind of used to it now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really? If I just gave you another...
I'd probably hit you back.
Yeah,
but,
I won't do that
I'm
then.
into paybacks. Yeah.
We got footage of the close of your bronze medal match here, which was, of course, against the USA, your dread enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're such a fantastic team, and, they won gold in 96, and so everyone was out to try and bridge that gap that they had since 96, so, yeah.
Well, you beat them leading into this playoff for the bronze.
Yeah.
And again, you hit that winning run. What was that like?
Oh, it was awesome. It's not an everyday event that happens. Pitchers throwing the ball at like 110 Ks off 40 feet. So
seriously, underarm, 110 Ks?
Yeah.
Good grief.
So you've got like that much time to decide what you're going to do. And, when I hit the ball, I didn't actually know that it went over the fence until I went around first base, and our coach was almost doing handstands in the coach's box. And, I came around third base, and all my teammates were out around home plate, and I just saw them, and they were all crying, and, there was tears of joy and jubilation and all of that. And then I just burst into tears because it was all the emotion of what had happened. And, it's just an awesome feeling. It's probably something that you can't really describe.
Out of the games, like the 4x200, winning the gold medal, it doesn't get much better than that. But other than your event, what's the memory you'll take away?
I think personally for me, the opening ceremony, I stood there and, you know, like the whole hype of the Olympics I've been watching on TV and the radio and every sort of print-type media, Olympics everywhere and the build-up. And then when I was finally standing there, I started to realise, you know, this is what it's about to be an Olympian. Like, everyone had sort of tried to tell me what it's about, but having all the nations standing right in the middle there of Stadium Australia and seeing the flame going up and how fantastic it was for Kathy Friedman standing in the middle and, you know, the whole feeling, the whole crowd. And I just thought to myself at that stage, I'd been focused so much on just being in the final four for that relay team. And I stood there and I've gone, I'm an Olympian. I'm so proud. I'm an Australian and it's been a tough team to make. It doesn't matter if I'm in that final four, it's a bonus. And if I'm not, I'm always going to have these memories and it's going to be like a really great time.
Absolutely. You are watching Olympics Debrief with myself, Andrew Denton. We'll be back very shortly.
What do you love about Kellogg's Sultana brand? Kellogg's Sultana brand. See how good it tastes?
Thank goodness for spring. It's given Cresta the inspiration for new designs, new colours, new fabrics, and to celebrate new low prices from just $29. Call Cresta 133 096.
Because it's 100% natural, Yates Dynamic Lifter creates bigger, healthier plants sooner.
Pain can strike anywhere, but Nurofen gets to headache pain to bring fast, effective relief to where it's needed. Nurofen targets pain. Use only as directed. See your doctor if pain persists.
Another MLC investment working towards your wealth. When a lift manufacturer from Switzerland doubled its profits in a tough environment, MLC was there. Through a team of independent investment managers here and around the world, MLC could elevate your wealth with this sort of opportunity. MLC, working towards your wealth.
Okay, listeners, we got big news. Call now and get Foxtel.
Foxtel Connection has dropped to half price only in October, so call 131 999 now.
Dr. Gina Simon is about to do the unthinkable. Operate on a patient without them even knowing. Chicago Hope, next.
Can I just squeeze in here? We have here from the women's water polo team, Naomi, Joe and Danny. Have I got that right?
Yep. Yeah.
Goodness, because the old memory, you know, it's going. Now, we have that moment, the amazing moment where Yvette Higgins had a complete brain explosion and quite unfairly took the gold medal away from America and gave it to Australia. Here it comes. Oh, yes.
Oh, she's done it! Yvette Higgins has put it into the top corner. Can you believe it? With one...
I'm not sure, Naomi. I think what the American coach is saying is well done, Australia. Am I right?
That's what he was saying after.
Now, tell me that moment where Yvette fired in that goal. What were you thinking?
Well, I was actually right next to Yvette, and I was thinking that she might pass it to me and get it straight back to have a quick shot, but she actually got it out from one of the other girls, Simone, and I was just thinking, I knew she was on for the shot, and I knew that's where it was going to come from, and it just happened.
Is water polo as rough as they say? Because I noticed you've got some little marks here on your face.
I've got a couple of scratches on my face. No, it's
Who did that? Who did that? You tell me who did that. Come on. Which country?
Actually,
was it Kazakhstan? The Russians. Yeah, I thought so. We'll fix them, don't you worry. What about you, Joe? I mean, that was an astonishing moment. It was incredibly exciting, particularly as you guys had to fight even to get the sport in the games. It was ironic to me that the first game you played was the anniversary of the 100th year of men's water polo.
Look, I can't even believe that I'm still at the Olympics, and having a gold medal around me is even more amazing. And the main game, like the semi-final when we beat Russia, we were down by 2 in the fourth quarter and we beat them by 1 goal. Getting into the grand final was unreal, and then winning it with 0.3 of a second left. I still can't believe it. I'm in shock.
Well, come on. You trained for that, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. We trained really hard
for it. Danny, for you, I mean, that's an awesome moment, but other than your own event, what's the memory you'll take away from these games?
Just being here. It's just been awesome.
What, meeting me now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see, in the games, right, got it, yes.
No, being able to be part of it. Yeah. And the most emotional time for me was when we got given our blazer at the beginning, because it was real. All of a sudden we were Olympians and we made it.
Wow. Congratulations, girls.
Thank you.
Well done. Nice to meet you tonight. Now, excuse me, Katty. This is Matt Welsh. Now, backstroke, who won silver. Correct me if I'm wrong, you only took up backstroke 20 minutes before the event, is that right?
Well, 15, but yeah. No, I started about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So,
which is nothing in terms of swimming.
Well, I wasn't even competitively swimming when the Sydney Olympics was announced to be in Sydney. So when it was announced, I was like, oh, great, I might go along and see something. And that was about it. Little did I know that I'd be coming away with several medals.
Well, what moment in your life did you think, I think I'll fall into a pool and swim backwards?
Yeah, I really don't know. It's probably the toughest question. I just started one day just for a bit of enjoyment, something to do. Always liked sport. Actually did taekwondo, but obviously didn't go as far. Did soccer, did a whole bunch of sports, and swimming just took off.
Good grab the bronze. Baselberg in front. He's going to win. Welsh will get second. Watson is fourth.
Matt Welsh, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Matt. Paddy, I'm going to ask you to move that way now. Now, this man sitting here, Ashley Callis, with the hair just growing back on his legs, I notice. Is that itchy?
No, not at all.
You sure it's not itchy?
It is a bit further up, though.
I don't wish to know about that, Ashley. This man created history as part of the 4x100 relay team on that first magical night.
Flop and haul. Flop goes in. Australia win. New world record. The Australians have just broken the American stranglehold on this race.
As you can see from the pictures there, and amongst the team, the swim team especially, we're all like brothers and sisters, and you're doing it for your mates, and it's just good to do it for each other.
Yeah. It's hard to imagine topping a moment like that, but what's your other memory of the games that you'll take away?
The memory that I'll never ever forget is a guy from one of the African countries. He's swimming the 100 freestyle, the first heat. They call him Eric the Eel.
Eric Musambani.
Just watching him swim down that first lap, he just went hell for leather. His stroke rate like 1,000,000 miles an hour, and I think we all knew that he wasn't going to go anywhere really. But just the courage and determination he really showed to get to that wall, and the crowd were really appreciative of what they'd seen from this guy.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Ashley. Now, excuse me, sir, can I creep in here? Before we finish up, Liesl, I have to ask you a question. I'm going to play you the medal presentation ceremony for the medley in which you won silver. And
what am I laughing at?
Well, what is Diana Caleb doing here? What went on? Now, watch carefully. Okay, now there's a bit of tongue action happening here. What happened with His Serene Highness Prince Albert of Monaco?
Okay, when he came along, we're like, Diane's like, do we have to kiss him? I'm like, yes, you have to kiss him. And I'm like, yeah, okay, just kiss him. He's like, and she's like, what if we give him a lick? She's like, I just started laughing. I told Patricia, it went down the line. We're just all laughing and trying to hold it in. It's like
Did you as a team
so
afterwards
funny.
Go and see him casually, have some casual time together?
No, we didn't get to talk to him.
His Serene Highness didn't make the move on you?
No.
No, well, there you go. Probably I just thought after that from Diana he might. But
yeah.
There you go. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here today. It's been lovely to meet you. This has been, I think, the time of your lives. Would I be right?
Yes.
Yes. And I hope you carry it with you always, no matter what happens in your lives. It's been lovely to meet you. To all the volunteers, again, thank you. I think we should finish off with something which used to be a bit old-fashioned in this country, but which has come back into vogue. How about the national anthem? Shall we? Please be upstanding. Laurie, Boxing Kangaroos, lead us off.